I know that I have seen several people arguing and debating on the social media platforms about if freeze drying blueberries works. Well, it 100% works, okay? But the key is you have to puncture the berry all the way through, okay? So whether you use like a meat tenderizer or a toothpick like we did, or they actually have like a really fancy, expensive tool that you can use to do a bunch of berries all at one time. Hi you guys, welcome back to Kirshner Farmstead. Today we are going to be freeze drying blueberries, and if you don't know this, blueberries have to have a hole poked through them, or they have to be cut in half, or I know some people will blanch them really quick to get them to their skins to pop open, but you have to get some sort of hole in them so that the freeze dryer can penetrate their skin, okay? So I have my happy little helpers here, and we are getting 9 pounds of blueberries that we got today for a fantastic price at our local outdoor market, and we are getting them ready for the freeze dryer.
And look at the size of a couple of these ones. They're nice, big blueberries, so they're not small or...
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're going to be great in the freeze dryer, huh, guys?
Almost forgot to poke a hole in that one.
Whew, I tell you guys, that was a lot of blueberry poking, okay? I am very grateful that the boys were willing to help me with it, because otherwise that would have sucked. So I definitely do recommend, if you are wanting to try freeze drying blueberries, that maybe you try like the meat tenderizer method, or possibly the blanching. I'll see if there's any other types while this is actually freeze drying, because I have 2 more cases. We got a fantastic deal on these today, you guys, that from the same guy that, if you look back to one of our trips to Denio's, we went to the same farmer, and he actually had blueberries and 3 different types of oranges that we picked up. And the blueberries we got 27 pounds for $25. So yeah, it was a wonderful deal, and we were like, yes, we were getting those right now. The oranges were actually a fantastic deal too. They were like 50 cents a pound or 45 cents a pound or something like that. This is our first time ever freeze drying blueberries, and I really hope that it goes well. I've heard mixed reviews. I'm pretty sure that since we poked them that they're all going to be fine, but we will definitely find out, and I'll bring you guys along for the ride. All right, you guys, we'll be back. All right, you guys, so our blueberries are done in the freeze dryer, and now I am going to show you a recipe that we can make with them. And of course, what does everybody think of when they think of blueberries and baking? They think of blueberry muffins, right? Okay, so we are first going to make the streusel topping and then set it aside, okay? We have a 1/4 cup of oats, which you can put in or you don't have to if you don't like oatmeal, okay? I just really like oats in my strudel topping, so I'm going to have 3/8 of a cup of flour, all-purpose flour, and a 1/4 cup of oats, and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, okay? This is a super simple strudel recipe. And then we are going to put in chunked up cold 4 tablespoons of butter. Now I'm going to use a fork to chop the butter into the topping. So have you guys ever heard of the muffin method? That is what we're going to be doing today to, of course, make muffins. And the reason that there is a method specifically for making muffins is because you don't want to over mix your batter. It's really important to get a nice even crumble on your muffins, okay? So basically what it is you're going to mix all of your dry ingredients together, and then you are going to mix all of your wet ingredients together in a separate bowl, and you are going to slowly add your ingredients together, okay? And you're just going to fold it until it's just barely together. Like there still should be a little bit of dryness that you're seeing, okay? All right, our streusel topping is done, and we are going to set it. Actually, I'm going to put it in the fridge until I need to top it, okay? Top our muffins, okay? Because I want that butter to stay nice and cold. All right, so we are going to attach our whisk onto our stand mixer, and we are going to add in 3 eggs, and we are going to turn it on and whisk them until they are pale yellow, okay? All right, you guys, so while the eggs are whisking, we are going to add together our dry ingredients, okay? We have 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 cup of sugar, and then we are, a little note about sugar, okay? Sugar in a lot of recipes can be considered a wet ingredient or a dry ingredient, okay? So, like, you could add that 1 cup of sugar to your egg mixture and it wouldn't make that big of a deal, okay? So I'm just letting you know that the sugar is, because when sugar gets wet, it dissolves, right? So it is one of those ingredients that can kind of be added here or there, okay? Now we are going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt. We are going to whisk this together just until it's fully combined. Now, I'm going to pull you guys in for a close-up so you can see how pale these eggs need to be, okay? All right, you guys, you see how they're nice and fluffy like that? Now we are going to add in our melted 4 tablespoons of butter. One tablespoon of vanilla extract. The juice from 1 lemon and the zest from 1 lemon. And our 3/4 cup of heavy cream. All right, now we are going to let that mix up before we add in our dry ingredients. All right, guys, we are switching our whisk over for a plastic or a rubber spatula, okay? Now, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be folding the flour into the batter, okay? Into the liquid in 3 batches, okay? So you're going to kind of like split it, just eyeball it, split it into 3. And you're going to fold, remember you're going to fold from the outside towards the middle, okay? It's good to get those eggs and that heavy whipping cream really nice and fluffed up before you do the folding so that you have nice body to your muffins, okay? So before, you do not fold all of the flour in the first and second time, okay? And then you're gonna add in the second batch. That was a little much, I probably could have done. Probably could have left a little more for the 3rd round. Normally I fold like 6 to 10 times for every fold in before I finish folding at the very end, okay? Now the last of the flour. Takes a lot of utensils for muffins, I feel like. All right, now if you are using fresh blueberries or frozen blueberries, what you are going to want to do is you are going to want to take them and dust a couple tablespoons of flour over the top of them, okay? What this does is it prevents them from sinking when you're baking, okay? So that I definitely recommend doing. And also, you don't want to overfold your blueberries. Okay, I just got this folded in enough. I don't see any, there's like a little bit of dry powder streaks left, and that's perfect, okay? Now I have 2 cups of freeze-dried blueberries here. Now, what likes to happen with blueberry muffins is when you overfold or when you mix, it likes to make like blue streaks through your batter, or it also can just like over-mix into them and make your batter blue, okay? You don't want that. That's not good. So you only fold until you just get them fully incorporated, right? So they're like all nice and even throughout your batter. Now with freeze-dried ones, it's not as important, obviously, but if you don't have freeze-dried blueberries, I want you to still be able to make this recipe, so keep that in mind. All right, you guys, it is ready for us to get our muffin pan. So this is something that I've been doing forever. And I just never buy muffin wrappers, okay? Like big, this is my jumbo muffin pan, it's kind of messed up. But I never buy muffin wrappers. So a long time ago, I started using coffee filters and it works perfect. All I do is I cut about 3/4 of an inch off the top of the edge of the coffee filter. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect. They're rustic, right? All right, now just shove them in there. They don't fit perfect like a muffin wrapper would, but they work perfectly. I've been doing it forever. Now, obviously, if you guys just have a cupcake pan and you want to make cupcake size muffins, then just use cupcake wrappers. Okay, so I am going to use a scooper, and I'm just gonna scoop them about 3/4 of the way full, okay? I have a friend coming over to pick up baby chicks that we hatched for her tomorrow. So I am going to be serving these with coffee for a little friend date. Now the butter is nice and cold in our Streusel topping. And I am just going to put a decent amount on each one. I'm not measuring anything here. I have about another 6 muffins worth of batter, so I'm going to make sure that I save enough for those ones too. And I have our oven preheated to 350 degrees, okay? And we are going to bake them. The bigger muffins, a smaller muffin normally takes about 15 minutes, but the bigger ones take upwards of 30. So just keep an eye on them and make sure when they are golden brown to pull them out. And if you want to be definitely sure, you can take a toothpick and poke it in and make sure that there is no raw dough on it. All right, you guys, we will be back when these are all done. All right, you guys, so there is our finished product, our beautiful freeze-dried blueberry muffins, okay? So if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I know that I have seen several people arguing and debating on the social media platforms about if freeze-drying blueberries works. Well, it 100% works, okay? But the key is you have to puncture the berry all the way through, okay? So whether you use like a meat tenderizer or a toothpick like we did, or they actually have like a really fancy, expensive tool that you can use to do a bunch of berries all at one time, no matter what, that is a necessity, okay? But we have now run, since I started the beginning of this video, we have now run 3 full loads of blueberries in our freeze dryer, and every single one has come out perfect, okay? It does take a while. It's about 63 hours. Last night it was at 51 hours, and I wasn't gonna wait until the middle of the night to take them out, so I just put 12 hours to go overnight. But really, they work great, okay? So just keep in mind, they do take a bit, but they are fantastic and they are delicious. I can't even keep the boys from just like eating them straight like, you know, little blueberry crackers. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and share our channel with your friends. And as always, I hope you have a blessed day. Bye!